Meet Elexis Padron, a powerful educator at the Half Moon Bay State Beach and one of our amazing voices of the coast. Elexis spends her days outdoors, helping people of all ages connect with nature in a meaningful way. One of her superpowers, nature journaling, a way of slowing down, observing the world around you, and capturing it through words, sketches, and questions. Whether it's a soaring hawk, a tide pool creature, or the shape of a leaf, Elexis helps students to see the magic in the little things. She believes that every coastline has a story to tell, and she teaches people how to listen closely to the land and the ocean and how to take care of them. Whether she's leading a beach walk, or teaching about native plants, or showing us how to draw a barnacle just right, Elexis reminds us that we're all part of nature's story, and we can all play our part if we slow down, observe, and take time to connect with it.
If I could describe the spirit of the coast in just a few words, you know, the thing that came to mind first is the one that stuck, and I couldn't I couldn't get away from it. But it was resilient by necessity. The coast, and specifically our little slice of coast, is not an easy place to live with just a couple roads in and out of town and the ever-changing landscape of the sea and also the way it's impacted by rainfall and winds um, has made our community resilient. Um, People know how to ask each other for help and how to help each other, and that is really beautiful. I moved here in 2019, so very shortly into my first year of AmeriCorps, the pandemic hit. And so instead of being a garden teacher teaching in an outdoor classroom, I was a garden teacher teaching on Zoom. We all had a lot more free time those days, and I started volunteering with California state parks doing habitat restoration, like pulling weeds and invasive plants all outdoors, masked up 6 feet apart from everybody else. But it was a really great way to connect with both the community of people and also the community of plants on the coast. And once that ended, I was really lucky to uh, find part-time work that I was excited about here in town with California state parks. There's something really special about being able to be of service to the community that I am a part of. The most meaningful contributions that I've been able to make to our community here on the coast is the nature journaling workshops that I've been able to do through Coastside Land Trust. Nature journaling was super impactful for me as an individual because it gave me a whole new perspective on the world, and not just the natural world, but everything. I have found that I am more observant and more curious um, about all aspects of life, even the sometimes mundane little tasks. I find myself noticing more and appreciating more because of the perspective that the practice of nature journaling has given me. Well, it's very easy for anybody to start nature journaling. And that's one of the best things about it, I think, is that the tools are super simple. All you need is a piece of paper and something to write with. Or you could use a journal, but if you just have paper on a clipboard works fine. And I think the most important part about nature journaling is being present in the moment. So it's not about making a pretty picture. It's not about trying to spell everything correctly. It's about documenting what you're noticing, what you're wondering, and any connections you're making to what you already know. And it doesn't have to be writing. If you love drawing, start with that. But if you love writing poetry, you can do it that way. Or if you're somebody who loves numbers, you love to count things, you can focus on that. There's no wrong way to do it, which is the beauty of it. It's a tool to help us look closer. What is really neat about what I do and why I keep doing it is that it's something where you can sometimes see the change happen in real time. Like sometimes it's like a sparkle in someone's eye or something they say where you can see that, like, oh, this is a new perspective for them. Or sometimes they outright say, like, oh, I've never seen it that way before. I've never thought of it that way. Um, and knowing that those shifts are still possible, both in youth and adults, that is hopeful. That inspires a lot of hope. All of us in this work not just the work of protecting the coast, but the work, like the bigger picture of building a better world in which, protecting our local coastal community is part of that. Um, all of us have our own part to play. I feel like we all have our each individual threads in the tapestry. Alone and out of context, we're each just our own single color of thread. Maybe we have a couple different colors and they're just colors, but when you weave all the threads together, you get the big picture. And we all have a part to play in that. A couple years ago, I was really fortunate to be able to collaborate with Jose Gonzalez, the founder of Latino Outdoors, and another volunteer. But we all collaborated together to write this book called Pepe Planta Semillas, a story for children y la comunidad. And it's about a bird, Pepe, who is based on a California scrub jay, and he has a magical seed to share. It's an acorn, and he goes around, flies, and meets other birds who also have seeds to share with him. And the seeds that he's sharing with his community allows the community to, grow and be vibrant. And one of the messages of the story is that we all have a seed to share. We all have something to offer, a skill, knowledge, uh, just capacity to care. And um, that is something that, I'm grateful that I got to be a part of writing this story because it feels important for everybody who wants to be involved in this work to really internalize that they have a seed to share. And if we all plant our seeds, we're gonna grow a garden.